well-being and for health, self, and wealth. People I'm comfortable and I trust are going to do the right thing by whomever I send their way. So because we've got these 40 to 45,000 nonprofits for service members and veterans out there, I perceive it as just a blizzard of information and offerings. We need some structure to it. We need somebody that will say, hey, you got to be honest with me, lay it all out there for your health, self, and wealth picture. What do you perceive as your problem right now? And I'm going to guide you through that transition battlefield landscape, over 3 to 5 years, so that we ensure you are fully mission capable when your transition battle starts. Once it starts, so it's too late. It's too late to try to prepare once it starts. As you know, any other mission we've gone on, once the battle starts, if you're not ready, you're screwed.
So is this what the commissioned officers guide is all about?
Yeah. So the commissioned officers guide came to mind last summer at some point, and I was like, we need guides for junior officers and senior officers to get them ready for transition, because we're all getting out one day. And I focused on the officer corps first because, one, that's what I know. As an officer, I've never been an enlisted man, so I don't have that experience, and therefore I don't feel qualified to provide them with guidance. However, with that said, I thought that, hey, if I can get officers on board with this, then I will convince them to take care of their people by bringing them on board too, right? And I'll get some senior enlisted folks from across the service branches to come through the program and then start really teaching their soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines what it is they need to be thinking about early in service to truly be little M mission ready from the family aspect, and then big M mission ready to go prosecute the nation's wars.
Now, is this in book form, or is it how is
this
done?
Right now, it's mainly social media and one-on-ones with me, because I'm building this thing as I go. I know we need structure to this entire topic, but I'm limited in capacity to do it right while still being on active duty. Joint ethics regulations prevent me from doing some things as well. So you got the UCMJ Article 134 that is basically a broad catch-all. So if the service doesn't like something you're doing, they can hit me up for that. So I'm having to tread lightly, but I am writing a book. The name of the book is The Military Veteran's Disadvantage, and it is going to come out Memorial Day 2022, about 4 months from my retirement date.
Okay, so now how does somebody, for our listeners, maybe you might have something special for them, but can they get in touch with you? How can they learn more about what you're doing?
Sure. They can visit my website, www.jaredhsmith.com/Charlie Oscar Golf, spells COG, or the Commissioned Officer's Guide. I also like that because it's the center of gravity we think about in operational warfare, right? And I believe these topics to be the center of gravity for our service members' transition war that's happening right now, especially with the economy ahead. So they can come there and sign up for my email list to get updates about the book's progress. They can also find me on LinkedIn at Jared H. Smith. I have grabbed the hashtags of Heck Yeah as my call sign and a play on my middle initial H. I also use the hashtag Ike for Eisenhower, because Dwight D. Eisenhower has become an influencer and mentor of mine, even though he is long gone. But I like the acronym Ike because it stands for imagination, knowledge, and experience. And those are the things that service members and transitioning service members and veterans are going to use to find success in the world ahead. We've got to have imagination. We've got to pull on the knowledge that we've got, and we've got to use that experience that we have from service to go make a difference out there in the community. I would like to add, with respect to the self pillar and finding that why. Far too many of us are taking way too long to find that why beyond the rank, weapons platform, service branch. And it really all starts right there. That's going to be hard to do until you got your health straight. And then it's going to be really hard to do if you're having trouble putting food on the table and keeping a roof over your head. So that's why I weave all these things together. And all of them every single one of those pillars, health, self, and wealth, are much easily achieved if you've got great relationships from your service time. I look back with regret because there was probably 1,000 people that I've come across since 2006 when I really got in the Navy and went to the submarine, where I didn't develop relationships like I should have throughout those years. And it's so critically important because the dash that's going to be on our headstone between our birth year and our death year, all we're going to remember right when that dash ends are the relationships that we formed. So I just wanted to get that last little bit in there because I think it's crucially important.
Yep, definitely. And the last question I ask everybody on now, I have 2 different podcasts, and this is a brand new one. So you're like one of the first persons ever to be on this podcast. So I just want to thank you for taking the time. I'm humbled and grateful. But the last question I'm going to ask on both podcasts, because it means a lot, and I get a lot of different answers, is in this busy world that we live in, if I ask somebody to do something in 7 days, because we live in such a crazy world, it'll never get done. But if I ask somebody to take an actionable step, if I say, Jared, I want you to take an actionable step in the next 24 hours, you're more likely to take it. So if you know somebody that's struggling with either their mental health or any of the mind, body, and spirit, whatever, what we're talking about, what can they do in the next 24 hours to start to right the ship?
Because there's so many resources out there in each of those categories, I would ask them to just reach out to me so that I can ask them what they want and then provide them with a path to go resolve it. Because I won't claim to be an expert in any of them, but my journey over the past 3 years has connected me with a lot of experts who can get them what they need, but either not for cost or for cost. I would say do that. Reach out to me.
Okay. I love that. So, I want to thank you. I can't wait for what, your book. I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be an amazing book, and I want to have
Richard.
you back on.
I'm sorry. I failed to mention, leading up to the book, though, I have created a newsletter series at https://substack.jaredhsmith.com, and I call it my Commissioned Officer's Guide OPREP series. And I kind of take people through my journey with my self-discovery and health, self, and wealth through that series. And one newsletter comes out every federal holiday between now and Veterans Day this year. So they can sign up for that there as well. It's all no cost.
I'll definitely put that in the liner notes. So, and I want to thank our sponsor for today, Maxwell Soaps. If you guys get a chance, check out Maxwell Soaps. It's soap with a mission, and I use the soap because I have diabetes, and it's very good for my skin because there's no detergents. And they also give a bar of soap away to homeless people in the Los Angeles area to help kind of clean up the streets. So, and their hashtag is Don't Be Nasty. Please check them out, guys. Make sure that you follow Jared. Make sure that you're going to follow him. Get in touch with him, especially if you're transitioning out in the next 2 years. Have a plan, and he can help you with that plan.
Next 5 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much, brother, and have a blessed day. And this will probably go out in the next couple of weeks, and I'll send you the link. So I'm just so grateful that you.
Hey, thanks a lot, Richard. I truly enjoyed it. Humbled to have joined you here today. Take care.
And the one thing I didn't mention is thank you for being a brother in Christ. I think that's the most important thing is, our faith and our eternal. So I just want to say thank you for being a brother in Christ.
Exactly right.
You too. Have an amazing day.